Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? Okay, first I'm going to read, this is going to be our ATC video. So first I'm going to read everybody's name that I got off of all the videos who say that they want to be in it. If I missed your name, put it underneath this video so I can add you. Also, anybody who's out of the United States, in different countries, please write your name underneath this video and where you're from. Because I have many people who are willing to mail out of country rather. Carol gave us prices. It's not that bad for us to mail out. So just let me know where you're at so she double checks that she checked your country and all should be good. So everything should be good. Also, as far as the ATC trade goes, this month, January, it's all month you have to do it. And you make, which I'll do the next video, I will give you who you're sending to and who you're, because you're going to send to who's above you and below you. And, excuse me, and then you guys will trade your addresses and you have all month to send it out, especially because of the international ones. We want to make sure they have enough time to get theirs done and sent, and us sending to them, they get it. Now, I've sent to the UK and they've gotten it in 3 days in a little envelope. So that's all you need to mail it in. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to read the names. If your name's not on here, I'm sorry if I missed it because I had to go back many videos and stuff. Or if you wanted to be in it and didn't get a chance, right underneath this video. And I will have the list tomorrow made of who sends to who, and we will be off to the races. Carolyn, I don't know if, Carolyn Elbro, I don't know if you wanted to be included or not. If you're watching this, let me know. Otherwise, I'll hit you up on Instagram or Facebook. So I couldn't remember if you said you wanted to or you had a lot going on this month or year, or because I know you do your own swaps. However, here we go. Rose Caudell, Pattinson fan, Christy Rella, Tiff Tiff, Linda Kirstein, Angie Lupus Life, Hope for a Cure Crafts, Sherry Habbing, Carol Moyer, Marilyn Griffiths, ASMR Gabriella, MSRLE 63, Donna Stevens, Pat W, Michelle K, Melinda Fernandez, Rhiannon Stephan, Luna Bird, Tilted Asylum, and then of course me, Kelly Donovan. And then I'm gonna, like I said, write down where we all live at so we can evenly distribute. So having said that, everybody's name, everybody, if you still want to be on it and I read your name, great. If you changed your mind, just let me know. You will have, tomorrow morning, the list will be up so you'll know who you send to and whatnot. And any questions, feel free to email me on knittingandthings@netzero.com. I'll put it in the description. On Facebook, a lot of you are friends with me. You can email me on YouTube or write the question under the video, whatever. Ask me whatever you want to ask. So that's where that's where we're at for that. Okay, I want to talk about a few things really quickly before I start showing you the ATCs, how to make them, and then when you guys watch this, there might be other people who want to join in, but if you do, make sure you get to me. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until the February swap. Okay, Elaine Darlington Brown, which I know she wants to be in the swap. Why is her name not on here? And Elaine Darlington Brown. I knew that too. You know why? Because I was writing something that she asked, or she said, that I thought was good. And then thought I wrote her down. Because she's for the ATC to swap too. Okay. So Elaine Darlington Brown suggested, which I thought was wicked awesome. She takes a straw, a drinking straw, and wraps her washi tape that she makes around it. So it's a holder. So you just make your washi tape in your strips and wrap it around. And she says you can wrap around forever, ever, 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 ever. And you have these great, you can even put a little piece of, I don't know how she does it. She might do it like this. Little piece of Scotch tape or masking tape or whatever to connect the end part to the roll so it doesn't unroll. And then you have this great holder for your washi tape. Then you can make one of these, the cans that we made with the decorated cans, put them all in there. You can see what you have. Fantastic. Miss MLE1 asked about drawing supplies. I'm really sorry to hear about your aunt. I feel awful. Drawing is one of my favorite things to do, and I'll tell you what I love is a good. You can go to Michael's, Joann. I would say Michael's or AC Moore or Hobby Lobby. I've never been in a Hobby Lobby, but I'm assuming it's the same as Michael's and AC Moore. And get a good drawing book. I like the mixed media ones because the paper is heavier than regular, just a drawing one. But they do have regular drawing sketching books. And what I mean by that is, let me grab one. And they come in different sizes, so you can choose whatever size you want. This. And it's called Mixed Media. And this is by Canson. Strathmore makes them. They all have them. They come in smaller than this and bigger than this. And it's paper, and it's great paper to draw on. Now, if you don't want to mix media, they have them in sketching, drawing, acrylics. I mean, all kinds of different things. But I like mixed media, and I like drawing in these because they're, especially if you're going to shade and whatnot, these are good. But you can just get a drawing one or sketching one. That's fine. Something else is at the stores, they have, Faber-Castell makes them, and I'm sure there's other brands. I'm speaking of Faber-Castell. They have, and I can't get to it because it's way over there. It's a kit. And if I can find the kit online to show you what it is. But if you go in their drawing section, it's Faber-Castell. It's a kit. It has all your HB different pencils. So from lightest pencil to darkest pencil. So when you draw and you sketch and all that, it comes with a bag, a little bag in it. And you can put your all your pencils in there, and it comes with erasers. And I don't know if it comes with the stubs, you know, the stubs that you smear with. I don't know if I can, mine might be on the other side of this. But they kind of look like this, but they're skinnier. They're in the drawing section. You'll see them. They're like rolls of paper. They're called pencil stubs or paper stubs or whatever. And it's to like get your, you know, smear your stuff so you get the shading and all. You must have these. And along with the pencils that you buy in there, I suggest a good mechanical pencil too. I always get 0.7, but you can get, I like 0.7 and 0.9, but I think for sketching and all, 0.7 or 0.5 would be good. I like 0.7 because I'm hard, because the way my hands are, because the RA, it's hard for me to write. So even if I can find 0.9, I buy it because the lead doesn't break as easily. But I also have 0.7s and 0.5s that I use. So it's good to have just one mechanical pencil. And usually when you buy them, it comes with extra lead. You can get, you know, extra lead comes in it and extra erasers. Also, what I suggest is maybe a ruler. You know, a ruler comes in handy. You can buy many rulers. A ruler, and one of my favorite things in the world, and they're very inexpensive, are the rubber erasers. And they're the ones that you can pull apart. They're called like rubber erasers. And they're really, really awesome. And I would make her a little kit like that. You know, if she doesn't paint and she draws and stuff like that, like if you go into the drawing section, you'll start to see, you know, like I said, like a ruler or like one of those, which I love. My husband picked one up for me the other day. I don't have it in here. One of the triangle things, you know, for like angles and stuff. Depends on what she likes to draw. If she just likes to draw faces, maybe she likes to draw landscape. So it gives you those angles. So you'll see in that section. But most importantly, like I said, the pencils, and they come in a kit. So you don't have to sit and pick. You know, you get all these great pencils in a kit. It comes with a bag to carry them in, like a little pencil bag to carry them in, and erasers, one of the rubber erasers. I think they're called kneaded erasers, actually. A ruler, a mechanical pencil. My cat is going insane. A mechanical pencil, and a good notebook to write, to draw in. And that would be good for me to sit and like I said, and then the pencil, the paper stubs. smear and do all that kind of thing. Now, if you want me to, if that is hard for you to understand, like, because you're not somebody who draws, friend me on Facebook under Kelly Donovan, or write me at knittingandthings@netzero.com, and I will gladly go through and send you the things that I talked about so you can physically see them, or if you want to order them off of Amazon, and I will help you go through it and help you do that very simply. So it's not a big deal. I'll help you that way. So again, and my email address will be in the subject. So definitely about the drawing supplies, write me. Also, I had a lot of people writing me about the molding paste and how happy they were when they made it. A few people wrote me with a couple questions, and I'm going to tell you, the molding paste that we made, remember, you want more liquid than you want powder. At the end, remember, I put a lot of powder in. You want to add more paint and more of the glue, because you want more liquid than you want powder, because what will happen is a few people had written, most people said that it worked perfectly and they were thrilled with it. A couple people wrote and said, what did I do wrong? Well, if you put too much powder in it, you can see it dried on here. If you put too much powder on, I mean, this is hard as a rock, but it will crack when you put it on once you dry. Once you dry your thing. I'm going to let my cat out of my room 1 second. Come on, you want to come out? Come on. Come on, Bubba's. Come on. Come on, honey. Go ahead. No, you get out too. You're big. So you want to make sure that you always want it wetter than dry, because the powder will then dry and will crack a little bit. So just make sure if you test it out and you see it cracks a little bit when you bend the ATC card or whatever oh my God, my animals are driving me nuts today. You know, you just go add more glue to it. Add more glue, add more paint, and you will be successful. You want more, you want it to be much more wet than you want it to be dry, because the baby powder will make it crack. You want more liquid in it. So you want it sloppier than I had it. I had to add a little bit more glue. So when it dried, it didn't crack. And like I said, a few people wrote me and said that's what happened to them. So I told them, and I figured I'd just say it in the video, to add more glue, add more paint. You want more wet substance than you do the powder. And it'll still come up nice molding paste. It'll still be wonderful. It's not a problem. It's just a matter of getting the mixture right. And for mixing it on your first, you never made it before, sometimes you do run into mistakes. I did it yesterday when I put too much powder in. I had to go back and add more glue and add more paint. And you can add a little bit of water to it too if you find that you can't get that consistency. And then just smear it on a piece of paper. You don't have to put it through a stencil or anything. Smear it on, leave it dry, or dry it with your heat gun, and then bend it, and you'll see the difference very quickly. Now, here goes the ATCs. I used to do ATCs all the time. I used to teach at a art school in Medford here in New Jersey. I used to teach ATC classes all the time, and it seems like a lifetime ago, but quite a few years ago. And this is what I have. This is a notebook, and I have these, they're like baseball card holders. And we would have themes, and we're going to have themes on ours. But some of the themes were like Wizard of Oz. Others were just, I like dark art, so some were dark art. But there's all these great, different ways to do them. I don't even know how well you can see, but you can see some of them. I want to show you the simple ones for people just starting out. See this one right here? It's kind of, yeah. All it is an ATC card where they ripped a piece of scrapbook paper, glued it on. Okay, they glued a regular piece on the ATC card. They ripped this, put it on here, glued it on here, and then they glued a sticker, ATC card. This one, they just threw some paint around with some colors, put a star, put a little bit of rickrack, and that's their card. This one did all stickers. a tree sticker and stickers of whatever, and cut out a little thing from a book, a saying or something with bowling balls, and did that. You can draw. Some people like to draw. All right. This person just put a piece of black and did these holographic stickers on them. So that's how simplistic. This person painted on a mountainscape with little trees and then highlighted it and did that. Trying to show you that it can be very simplistic. I'm trying to find some of mine in here because I have mixed. We'd like do all blue, do all this. This person, I mean, these are for beginners, you know. This person right here just cut out a piece of a picture from a magazine and glued it on, and then put a piece of little netting down here. You know, this one just stamped all over it and put a handprint. Must have been a stamp. This one, I love pointillism art, and that's what this was. Where you do the dots and the pointillism. I love that. So I'm just trying to show you some ideas. You could get as fancy and crazy. I did this love one. I kept it for myself, but I glued little things on it and just did love on it. Do you know what I mean? Very simple. I sat and it was a demo that I had done at one of the things. Also, the SpongeBob one I did for my daughter. Can you see it? SpongeBob. Trying to think of some other easier ones to show you. I have so many everywhere. These are ones we didn't put in yet. This, like, if you see this one right here, these are foam hearts that my daughter did. She must have been 10. That's how long ago it was. But she did the foam hearts and glittered them and then did a background. Very simple. And she drew her, I love her little cats when she was little. She used to draw. She has like a big thing of these. We keep asking her to keep drawing them because I want to do art with them. But these are all the ones that she did. My daughter, 10 years old. So those are, you know, those are just a few to show you. Now, I have one of these paper cutters. Okay, I don't know if everybody has one or don't or whatever. It doesn't matter. If you have a paper cutter, and I'm going to do it both ways just to show. If I can find my scissors. My daughter stole my scissors I saw yesterday. I'm like, there's the 2 pairs that I've been looking for. So I'm just going to cut. This is a piece of poster board I bought. 11 by 14. I got it, a small sheet at the Michaels or AC Moore, wherever I went. But if you have one of these, you can definitely go and cut them in here. You know, if you have one, you know how this works. You'll cut it 2.5 by, so let's say, but I haven't used one of these in forever. And I'm telling you how to use it, right? There's our 1 inch. This gets hard on my hands, believe it or not. But I want to measure it so it's even. So I'm going to cut it so this piece comes out. So I have even. Ends. And then I'm going to go to the 1 inch. And then I probably shouldn't be doing it like this because it's going to take me, I have not used this in a long time. But anyway, if you have one of these, I do everything by hand anymore. You would measure it so it was 3. How would you measure it? I just went completely blank. it's a measuring thing, and we want it to be 2.5. I used to cut them on here all the time. What the hell happened to me? It has to go this way. There we go. All right, so we would do 3.5, which is right here. So we're going to put it on our 3.5 line right here. And we have it straight. And then we're going to cut it. Oh, God, I tell you, sometimes my brain does not work. And then we're going to put it back in, and we're going to go to 2.5, which is the 2.5 line here. And you have an ATC card. Okay, it took me a minute because my brain just wasn't working. So if you have a cutter, this is a great way to do it. And to get them to be even and all. And I'll just do this last one so I don't waste the paper. Do you guys ever do that? Like you just like totally forget something? So I'm like, yeah, gee, I'm not an ass. Okay, so you could do it that way. Or we put him away. And we take our paper. And then what I like to do is take my ruler and I will measure over on inch side 3.5. And I'll go up a couple times. And you'll see why in a minute. It makes it much easier. And then you can just draw your lines down. This ruler's a little warped. It's been through hell. Haven't we all? And then you get it, you know, you draw your line down. Then you can cut it there, or then you go up. So it's 3.5 that way, and then we want 2.5 this way. And then 2.5, and go to the line again, do 2.5. Go to that line again, it's 1/2. 2.5, and then you'll, and this has to be evened out a little bit because it's not perfect, but then you'll draw your line there. Then you'll draw your line there. Now I'm going to tell you, you see, this is a bit bigger than this one, and I'm going to tell you why. Because on here, I don't know, this happens with cheap rulers, so make sure you pay attention. My inch doesn't start till here. So I have all this extra space here that doesn't matter, that doesn't count. So make sure you pay attention to that. I should have pulled out my other ruler. Let me see if I can find my other ruler that has it right. Yeah. So it would really be to here. And then we'll do our line up, because that ruler had that extra on it because it's cheap, and like I said, I beat the hell out of it. So that's more like it. So you see how you do it. You go up your lines, and then you go across with your 2.5. What do I do with my scissors? And then we just cut it out. And it's good to do it like this in a factory kind of form. And then you have your ATC card. Same size. Like I said, I just have to cut off that edge because it was a crappy edge. So I'll do it one more time on this side. We'll turn it over with my good ruler. So I'm going to go three and a half, 3.5. So you want it from the edge over 3.5. Draw your line down. You'll be much more professional than I. Then we're going to go every 2.5. Make it on your half line there, where you marked it. There. There. And you'll even get one more. And then you'll just go and do your lines. And look how many you can make. And like I said, this is just cardstock. I mean, what I say it is? It's not cardstock. It's I always forget the name of it. Poster board. All it is poster board. Then you go and you cut out. And you can cut your lines straight up and then just cut them off like this. And then cut them off. You can use an X-Acto knife on a cutting mat and cut them the same. And you have your ATC cards cut. Very simple. So I just made all these ATC cards right in front of you. That little bit of paper. And you can use whatever kind of paper. You want to use watercolor, mixed media. You want to use, you know, whatever. So you have them. And you see, here's one of the ones that come out of the package. Same thing. Same thing. So let's see. So different ways that you can do things. Get out your, you know, I'm not going to get like rampantly into it because everybody got their ways to doing it. So I'm just going to do a very simple background kind of thing. I'm going to take my blue, and you can gesso, you don't have to gesso. These are just little cards. You can use stickers. You can use pieces of lace. You can use whatever you want. But I'm just going to do a real cool, and you'll see. Very simple. Let me move you in. And like I showed you some, you can look up artist trading cards on the web and get so many ideas because you know what you have at home. So I can show you 1,000 things here and you don't have any of the stuff I have, and then what? You know? You can just draw. If you're good at drawing something, draw something. But I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take my, I'll start with black. Just very simple. You know, I love doing trees. Now, let's say you have a little bit of moss, or you have, you know, like a little bit of moss, or you can take a cotton ball, and my light's really bright here, and because it's on white, or a cotton ball, and just rip it a little bit and put a little bit of green on it, you know, a little bit of green paint, and use it as moss or as leaves. Or, I mean, this is as simple as it can be. They can be as simple and they can be as much as you want it to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we'll do like that, and then we'll do like dogs next door barking, which mine are going to start barking in a minute. You can do like that. And then we just take our, and this can be any medium that you have. You know, and we'll do this, we'll paint the sky. And then you take a thinner brush to activate the colored pencil that we did. But I'll show you. And this is just a basic, but it's just to show you that you don't have to be all fancy-mancy. Just do what you want to do. Do what you're capable of doing. And the more you do them, the thing is the more you will get, you'll get it and you'll understand what you're doing. You know, like you'll get better. You'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to add a stamp on here and I'm going to add, you know, whatever. Now I'll take some of my brown and I'll color in my tree. And like I said, get cotton balls or little, you know, sparkles, glitter. Glitter up the tree. Glitter up the background so it looks like stars on the top. Put a sun on it. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to show you something else that's cool. But then we go in and do our tree. I'd probably use a smaller brush, but you get my point. It's just little pieces of art. Like we're working in art journal, but we're working on it here. Okay, so you know, it's nothing major. Like I said, I'm doing very little here because I don't want to keep forever, and I want you guys to come up with, you know, your own kind of things. But every month I'll do like a new card or a new technique to use on a card because I want to show you something fun today. So really, with the cards that I just showed you in my thing, my pot, you know, in my book and here, and something very cool I just found are glitter crayons. And I use crayons for everything, but I thought, how fun would this be to use, which I'm going to use an ATC card, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to pick, do they have a dark blue? Yeah. I'm going to pick a dark blue of the glitter crayons. These were like $1.99. And I'm going to color this in with my glitter crayon. This is one technique. And let's see. It's still wet, my card, so. So these have glitter in it. So let's see what happens when we stick the heat gun to them. Oh, I see the glitter. Well, that's cool. Now I'm going to heat the paper. You see I already put the stuff on there, so I'm heating the paper up. And then I'm going to go back with my crayon again and go over it. And you see how it melts? How cool? And when I hold this up, you'll see. It's cool that got glitter in it. Oh, I love glitter. You know, you just go around and it gives you some glitter. Now let's see if you can see the glitter, if it focuses. Oh, come on, show the glitter for God's sake. It's not showing the glitter. It's making me mad. I swear there's glitter in it. You just can't see it. Let's see if I can heat it a little bit more. I want the glitter to come out. I wish you guys could see all the glitter in there. It's not even hitting the light. Okay, well anyway, fun playing with crayons. Okay. There really is glitter in here, I swear, and it looks so cool up close. Stupid camera. Okay, but let me show you one more trick. Let's do some green. This is another cool trick I love to do, and I always ruin my crayons, but, all right, stop. I melt and drip and drip and drip. And this gives you another really cool, now you can see the glitter. I'll show you. And I just kind of let it drip until it cools off. Now you can see the glitter. Let's hope, because I see it. Yeah. Look how cool that glitter is. So you can also do a drip method with crayons in a hairdryer or heat gun. Doesn't matter which one, but that got some really cool glitter in it. So I love destroying crayons on paintings and stuff. You can flick it, you can drip it, you can do whatever. And if you want to go back and have it drip, you know, if there's thicker parts, reheat it. Like I'm reheating it. And just blow your gun down a little bit. And it'll... And then you can even have a designated paintbrush that'll always be waxy. But, so that's something else fun to do. You know, you could do that in a tree. You can do that. You could do that in the sky. You can do that, whatever. And then, you know, if... I'll let that cool for a minute. So this is just... I mean, this is a plain ATC card, but like I said, these are a couple things that you can do to start out. And if all you have at home are crayons, then color a really cool picture on the back and trade. You know, we're just starting out this month. This is for everybody to get the feel of it, to see if they want to do it for the year or not. And we're going to see how it works out. I really wish you could see that glitter in that blue. Really stinks that you can't. And then the obsession kicks in, like, just see the glitter. But I know you can see it in the green. And it's really cool. And I use regular crayons all the time. I always buy crayons. And do all kinds of cool stuff with them. You know, you could do a whole background of all the melty crayons. And then take, like, a plastic fork and, like, drag it through and get, like, cool texture. I mean, you can do so many fun things. So that's the tip of the day for the ATC cards. Very, like I said, very excited to do this. I'm going to have the list up and we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing. So I hope that helps you guys know how to make them. And yeah, it's dry. And I can still color in my coloring books, which I do. I do color in coloring books. Keeps me busy. But then you guys can use any form of watercolor, colored pencils, watercolor pencils, crayons, markers, whatever you guys have. So stickers and just go to town. Type in artist trading cards on Google and go to town looking at all these different, to get all these great ideas. But that's the basic of how you make your ATC cards. And like I said, I don't want to sit here and make a full ATC card because, you know, I want to make some and do it, but I wanted to do a general idea to show you that it is very simple. It's just using, and maybe you're really good at drawing like a certain picture. You can do that because you're sending to two different people. Maybe you're good at drawing, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of fun there. Again, the molding paste and fiber paste, if it is cracking a little bit, like I said, most people had great success. Some people did not. If it's cracking too much, add more glue, add a little bit of water, add more paint, because that means you have too much powder and it's obviously not soaked up all the, you know, it needs to have a little bit more of a binder in it. Otherwise, that's it. So don't forget, leave me a comment below if I missed your name on the list. Leave me a comment below of what country you're in. And leave me a comment below if I missed your name on the list. And where you're from, so I can write you in. And it's a whatever you want to do for the month of January. And I will have the list up tomorrow of who you will be sending to and who you will contact. Whoever doesn't respond, like if you get your people and they don't respond to you within a day or two, let me know, and then I will have to probably take them off, and then we'll figure out something else, because I've done ATC trades like this. I've done circle journals. I've done things. Some have been successful. Some have not. Some people say, yes, I want to do it, and then they end up not doing it, and they're nowhere to be found. So, you know, hopefully this will go smoothly and work out well, and we'll do it this way, and then everybody gets their toe dipped in the water, and then we'll go February with the theme, and then we will go you know, move forward and go from there. So I hope you all have a great day. Be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And remember to Miss MLE1 for the drawing supplies. If you have any questions, just just write me at knittingandthings@netzero.com. Catch me on Facebook at Kelly Donovan, or ask me questions under this video. So I will talk to you all later. I hope you all have a great day. Bye, guys.